Good morning. It is Memorial Day 2023. And even though I would love to tell you that I have all the plants planted and my garden's ready to go, that would be a fabrication. Yesterday, after I got home from the rodeo, it was rainy and it was cold and I couldn't get anything done. So today is Monday. I have 24 hours before I have to go to work tomorrow, and I'm going to get this garden in the dirt. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of videos today. Good morning. We are back at you, and what we're going to do is we're going to plant some cabbage plants that are huge and need to be planted. And the sun is shining, and this is what we've done. So we're going to do it in a raised bed, and if you'll hold on just 1 second, let me show you what it is. Okay, so I've got this raised bed here, and we tilled up, not tilled, but dug up the dirt, and we put some compost in it. We also put the soil additive in it, and we've put some fertilizer. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, guys.
Now, keep in mind, no, Baylor, thank you, but go put that back. Baylor thinks that we need a whole bunch of soil activator right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what Brianne's doing here. So she's just breaking those little pots, taking the bottom out of them, and then just separating the sides so that they'll grow. And then we're just going to plant them down in there. Just bring it right to the top of the plant, the peat pot. And as those get a little more used to being in the dirt, they're not going to lay over like that. Now what we're going to do, Baylor's digging for the next one, we're going to put them about 10 inches apart. So what we'll end up doing is probably putting 2 right here, and then 1 in the middle, and then 2, and then 1 in the middle, and then 2. And these don't have to be very far apart because they are in the raised beds. And so they'll do really good there. But all the additives have been added to this soil. So what we'll do once we get them planted, Kaylee, can you bring us a plant? Or here we go.
I'll give my mom a plant.
Okay.
No,
There's another one. And Baylor's going to help with that one. Okay, you can get another one, can't you? And what we'll do is we'll take those tags out because cabbages are pretty self-explanatory when they start growing. So just take a look at what she's doing. See how the roots are starting to come out of that pot anyway. So we just pop the bottom of the pot up and then just put some cracks in the sides of it so it'll be able to grow around that. Make sure that your soil is good and loose so those roots can just get going. And we'll get back to you when this bed's all done. Okay, so we planted 12 cabbage plants here, and some of them look a little sorry, but I think by tomorrow morning after they've acclimatized, they'll be just fine. And after we put those 12 there, we put 9 more over in this grow bed. And then I still had more cabbage plants, and so we put 2 in that bucket, and 2 in this bucket, and 1 in that little planter. So we're gonna have plenty of cabbages. I think that last year I had 5 cabbage plants that did really well. And my mom made some sauerkraut with them, and I think I made cabbage rolls one night, but we decided that we're going to be able to do some more sauerkraut. We're also going to do coleslaw once these get big enough, and then I think we're going to freeze dry some of it so that we'll have it for our food storage. But I wanted to talk to you about why I placed these cabbages in these beds. So if you'll notice, here is a beautiful currant bush, and it is so lovely in the spring, and I don't think you can see it, but look at those beautiful flowers, and it brings in so many pollinators. I have a gentleman that has some beehives that aren't too far from us, and those bees are here, and if you're close to that bush, you can hear them. Cabbages don't have to have full sun. They can take some partial shade or some full shade in the afternoon. So these are going to be just fine. They won't have a problem growing here, and they're going to look really nice right there in front of that currant bush. And then in this grow bed, there's a beautiful flowering pear tree right there, but it doesn't give any shade until later in the afternoon, and then it's some partial shade. And it was beautiful this spring too. But we went ahead and planted in here, and they'll be just fine in the shade that they've got. But if you'll notice, these plants right here, this one and that one, those are hardy kiwi. And last year when I planted them, I didn't know if they were going to make it, but they're looking really good. And they're female plants. And I found out after I planted them that you have to have a male plant. And so that little guy back there in the corner, he's going to be the male plant. And you have to have one male plant for 3 to 5 female plants. So maybe we'll get some hardy kiwi. And they do grow, so they're going to grow up this trellis. But you need to know something. I've got bugs. I don't know if, no, I don't have bugs. I've just got, I don't think, gnats or something. Or now you can hear the bees. Can you hear them? There's a honeybee right there. And there's some others right back here. So I just love that. But hardy kiwis don't look exactly like the kiwis that you would grow in a tropical garden. They do resemble them. They're from the same family. They don't look, they're not furry like the kiwis that we buy at the store here in Utah. But they do have a center that looks kind of like a kiwi, and the taste is very, very, very much just like a regular kiwi. So hopefully now that I've got some females and some males, we'll have some kiwis this year. So I'm just going to give these guys a drink, and then we're headed down to the cemetery to watch the military presentation of the colors and the 21 gun salute. And then I'll be back up here, and we're going to plant some cucumbers. So see you in a bit.